On this episode of Bass to Billfish, Peter and Madison travel to Northwest Florida to explore the best the Emerald Coast has to offer.
I love this place.
With help from the local experts, they soon find out why this area is such a gem of a fishery.
This is such great fishing up here.
Florida, the fishing capital of the world. With over 2,000 miles of pristine shoreline, join three-time World Sailfish Championship winner and pro angler Peter Miller as he takes these lucky winners on a once-in-a-lifetime fishing adventure. From freshwater to saltwater, ocean to Everglades, come join us for a fishing experience like no other. This is Florida's Bass to Billfish, presented by Yellowfin.
On this episode of Bass to Billfish, it's a little different. Normally, I'm taking people in from out of town, fly them in and give them an incredible Florida fishing adventure, but my producers and I decided to go up to the Panhandle and see for ourselves, what's going on with this oil spill. Well, here we go again. You got me making my coffee. As someone whose livelihood is directly impacted by this, I'm very concerned about it.
For Southwest Airlines, flight 2968, service to Panama City.
We're going up to the Panhandle, up to Destin right now, to see for ourselves what's going on.
At this time, please turn off all portable electronic devices.
So we land at this airport. It's a brand new airport in Panama City, Florida. Hopped in the rental car, and I'm really excited to explore and see what's going on up here. I've just begun my 1-hour drive down the Emerald Coast to go to where we're staying, which is the Emerald Grand Hotel. And I'm gonna be meeting up with one of my good buddies, Madison Roberts.
I come up early to get everything kind of ready for Peter to show up and fly in, and the hustle and bustle of trying to get all the boat stuff together, I didn't pack enough clothes.
Do we need anything from Bass Pro? So he kind of asked me for maybe stopping off to get him some clothes because he was a little light on shirts. Maybe I'll pick you up too and you see which one you like.
I trust his judgment. He's a fashionable guy.
Yeah, okay, I'll get it. Don't worry, I'll take care of you. Well, here we are at Destin at the famous Bass Pro Shops. First time I've ever been here, first time I've even been to the Panhandle, so this is kind of exciting. Going into that shop was just unbelievable. Gigantic store, everything you can imagine for fishing and clothing, for hunting. It's got it all. I gotta find Madison a shirt. I'm in the store, and I wind up talking to the fishing manager, this guy named Jeff. We're going out tomorrow morning with Sid Little. You know Sid? Yeah. He's a good guy. Yeah, okay. Yep. He was giving me some details about where to fish, what's going on. How many shots do you think you're getting on tarpon these days?
We're seeing normally 200 to 400 a day.
In Destin, that's just the way the people are up there, and it's very nice to see.
I love this place.
I kind of got distracted talking to Jeff, and I almost forgot about getting Madison a shirt. Well, it's Shangri-La. It's bright, it's bold, it's beautiful, like Madison, and I thought he might be able to pull this one off. I don't know, he might steal the show in this shirt. It was not your standard shirt, but Madison is not your standard guy. I think it was a perfect fit. There's a double XL. And lo and behold, I found another shirt of equal or greater sartorial elegance, let's put it that way. I mean, it was top notch. All right, I'm gonna give him a choice. Another employee named Kristen, she was eager to help too, so she ran over. Oh, there I am.
That's you?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Wow.
Okay, look down just like that.
Wow. Wow.
See the jowls here?
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Let's go see if we can find some more.
Wow.
Yeah, that's exciting.
Wow. Wow.
So she decided to, show me some of the more unique other shirts, and she was just cracking me up.
How's it hanging?
How's it hanging? Mine's so big I have to, what?
Hold it with 2 hands.
Today's forecast, 100% chance of fishing. Can you buy bottoms just without the tops?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, by the bottom.
I can't, is this women's or men's? I can't
Women's.
tell. Will he know that if he puts it on? Will he be totally compressed? All right, let's get out of here. We gotta get back to the hotel, change, have some dinner. I jumped back in the rental car and headed over to the Emerald Grand Resort. This is when I come to my cameraman and I ask him for his credit card so we can put it on his room when he gets all hammered. I met up with Madison and Sid Little, our guide for the next morning. How you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Peter? I wasn't really expecting anything shocking, but he pulls out a shirt.
I picked you up a couple shirts.
Nice. I will rock that for sure. And then I find out he actually bought 2.
And then here's the other option. You got tarp and scales.
Nice.
I got matching shorts for you too. He was up for the challenge to wear those shirts.
Perfect.
Camouflage.
Yeah, man, they'll never see you coming. They're like, he's one of us. Of course we can eat that fly.
Coming up next on Bass to Billfish.
We're going hardcore today.
Got it? Yeah.
You're putting a hurting on that one, Madison.
Nice trout, Pete. All of a sudden, it's just this huge pull.
You got 8.
And Sid's throwing the boat in reverse. Peter falls off.
He is not happy.
Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller is brought to you by Visit Florida. Unleash your Florida side. Go to visitflorida.com. Yellowfin. Choice of champions. Pet Boys. Does everything for less. Bass Pro Shops. Your adventure starts here. Ray Marine. World leaders in marine electronics. Peter Miller has traveled to Northwest Florida to fish this beautiful fishery. But before hitting the water, he makes a quick stop at Bass Pro Shops and picks up a shocking surprise for Madison.
I will rock that for sure.
Now, Peter, Madison, and Captain Sid head out for some inshore fishing.
So here it was, the first thing, the next morning, and I'm heading down to the dock, and lo and behold, there's Madison.
Peter Miller is an incredible shopper. He's got a lot of experience in wardrobe. Hopefully we don't have a wardrobe malfunction.
So there was Sid, right next to Madison, and he's a pretty interesting guy. He's fished all over the world. He's got a lot of experience. He really knows how to put people on the fish.
Gotten to know this bay and the fishery and all that, and it's a great fishery.
Having someone like Sid to take us out is just the only way to go. You gotta hire, the local guides and the people that know what's going on in that area.
We're gonna run around this next bayou over. There are a lot of these menhaden like to get in these calmer bayous.
Okay. Sid has an area that he goes and catches bait. It's a big boy net. We saw some ripples, we saw some flashing, through the net.
There we go, let it sink.
We hit the mother lode and we loaded the wells. It was really cool to see. They're jumpers, man. They were all over the place. That's the bait of choice, yep. Madison, say hello to my little friend. We closed the well. It was time to move on to the fishing ground. So Sid takes us to the first spot, and there's a rock structure, and he says, if you get your bait right up in there, you're gonna be set.
For this spot, we're just gonna run them kind of midsection where you're not getting his backbone. Yeah, they're starting to pop them down the bank there.
It's a lot of nicknames. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to keep them all straight. Sometimes someone will call me by one and I'll just kind of look around like,
he doesn't even answer.
oh, it's me.
It was the Rainmaker. We're gonna call him the Rainmaker, Thor the Rainmaker. It's endearing, they're all endearing names, If you don't get a nickname by your buddies, I don't think you're really in the inner circle, so.
No.
So what's yours, Peter?
Getting a bite here. Mine is missed the first bite of the day, but get the second one.
Oh yeah.
Well, let's see what we got there. We got us, it feels like it could be a trout.
Nice trout, Pete.
I call that speckled. He looks very speckly. We have our special net being deployed right now. I think that's one of the nicest trout I've caught in a long time.
Real healthy fish, check out the back.
Nice. So right after I bring this one trout in, the Rainmaker gets hooked up.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh. I'd say you're putting a hurting on that one, Madison. Oh, that looks like a better fish.
On this really light reel too.
Yeah, it's
so
nice
much fun.
fighting him on the slice tackle.
Absolutely.
Hey, Madison's on the board.
All right.
Give me some skin, bro. I'm up here.
I'm up here.
He's got it right where you want it. Right
Look at that, right in the corner.
Through the bone of it. I mean, that's textbook what you want to see.
Do I get extra points for the textbook?
Textbook.
Oh, that fish is ready to go.
All right, boy, there's no stink on this boat. That was just a blast, This is an incredible fishery. We must have caught over a dozen trout, and we had a fantastic time. I could sit and do this, honestly, all day.
Nice set of fangs.
Putting a hurting on this one right here.
It's a Nice trout. Think that could be the biggest of the day?
No, not sure.
I was just testing you. Of course mine was bigger. That's a beauty. This is great, and this is just the beginning of our trip, so we're just loving it.
Coming up next on Bass to Billfish.
There's nothing better than getting a bite. I can't imagine what a 20-pounder would do. Oh, there's another one with him.
I swear, guys.
Good job. Welcome to Baytown Marina. The spin effect is what I like. You know, there's like zero control. That's what I'm talking about. That's a good way to spend your free time.
Peter and Madison have traveled to Northwest Florida to fish the Emerald Coast.
Oh, he's putting our hurting on that drag lever.
After having a blast catching large speckled trout,
I could sit and do this honestly all day.
Captain Sid has a new challenge in store for Peter and the Rainmaker.
Sid had gone out the day before and he caught these croakers. Oh.
He is not happy.
And they literally make the sound like He said if you throw down live croakers, you have a shot at catching gag grouper on these bridge legs.
Yeah, just go ahead and put them right up by the pilings there. And just remember, if you hook a big one, we're gonna slide away, so you guys keep your balance up there.
So I drop my first line down and I feel just a tiny nibble.
You got 8.
And all of a sudden it's just this huge pull. Sid's throwing the boat in reverse, Peter almost falls off.
I took a knee and I stayed in the boat, but yeah, it was pretty funny. Madison's got them on, nice fish.
The fish was fighting hard, but as soon as we got it away from the pilings, it actually started coming right up.
It is on like Donkey Kong.
You couldn't run for the structure anymore, which is what they would do. They would get down in those pilings and try to wrap your line up so that they could break free of your line.
There he is, a little grouper, I got him.
It was just a complete rush.
Look at that, that fish has multiple leaders in it. Thing had 3 hooks in his mouth. Here's another hook.
All right. Nice fish there, huh?
Nice, baby.
That was pretty fun.
But yeah, he'd be a good 22, 23 incher. He'd be a keeper fish.
Man, that was awesome.
You know, the lightning bolt, you know, the Thor, thunder god, making it rain, whatever we want to call it. I think he's got it going on at Madison. How big was that gag grouper?
He's probably 6 pounds.
I can't imagine what a 20-pounder would do.
Put it this way, if we were looking to eat him, he would have been in the boat. He was keeper size.
Yeah, perfect size. Yummy tender size.
Put it right at the back of that block there, Pete.
Oof, that was not a good cast. We call that the smackdown. I'm pretty good at the smackdown. I don't know if you guys have noticed that. I got a bite, and it felt like a really good fish.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's another one with him.
Was there another one with him?
Yeah.
He probably ate the croaker he coughed up.
I got the little guy here. Turned out to be a grouper probably half the size of Madison's, but it was a lot of fun. That is funny. Another little guy came up with him, and I think the croaker came off, like you said, Sid.
Yeah, and he came up and just scarfed that one.
I was like, wow, these guys come out of there easy. Little did I know it was like a little 3-pounder. You know, so here we've caught bait, we've caught trout, now we're catching grouper, and you know, we were only a quarter of the way into the day, so you know, we were just having a great time. All right, guys, well, we had a great day. What do you say we pack up here, head back to the Emerald Grand? After getting back to the docks that day, it was still early, so we decided to go over to Destin. Welcome to Baytown Marina. You know, it's a pretty cool community. It looks like almost like a movie set. They have golf courses and marinas and shops and restaurants. And it's kind of like this town that's all to itself. It's like this little private utopian society. It almost looks like it's Disney-esque, you know? So here we are at Destin, and we're exploring the area, and I saw something that I've always wanted to do. Oh my God, they have zip lines? Look at that. This spin effect is what I like. And I was really excited. You walk up this big spiral staircase. Here we go. That's it, huh? Here I go. This is pretty cool, I gotta admit. It's not every day you go zip lining over in Destin, Florida. I'm loving every second of this. Are you kidding me? Coming in hot. Now, that's what I'm talking about. That's a good way to spend your free time.
Coming up next on Bass to Billfish.
Really good fishing inside of state water.
Ah, these are fun, man.
Oh, what do we got? It's like a little mystery.
That's a powerful, mean fish right there. I don't think I've ever used an octopus as bait either. A lot of first times. That is nice.
I might call this the Snapper Slapper Challenge.
Bass to Billfish with Peter Miller is brought to you by Visit Florida. Your Florida side is calling. Go to visitflorida.com. Pep Boys does everything for less. Ray Marine, world leaders in marine electronics. FWC, there's only one season in Florida, fishing season. Also by Sperry Van Ness Commercial Realty, Buff, and the Florida Sports Foundation. Local fishing guide Sid Little put Peter and Madison on some speckled trout and inshore grouper.
Nice, baby.
Then Peter explored some of the other activities available in Sandestin.
I'm loving every second of this. Are you kidding me?
Now, Peter and Madison head out on board the Relentless to tackle some offshore fishing.
So we got the opportunity while we were in Destin to go offshore fishing on a charter boat called the Relentless, which is a huge 65-foot custom-built sport fishing boat.
So we met up with Captain Brant Kelly. He had offered up to give us a trip offshore to help us experience, what they experience every day. Thanks very much, Brant, for having us out today.
You bet. I'm glad the water cooperated and everything worked good. It's oil spill going on. We just don't know from one day to the next if they're going to let us in the Gulf. So
on the brighter side, what are we going fishing for today?
we're going to fish on the bottom, try to catch snapper, grouper,
Sounds
turtle
good.
fish, something like that. Put out a fly line there in case you may catch a king or cobia. We're going to mix it up. We're going to do a little both.
So Brant's really good at putting people on fish. I mean, that's what he does. So of course, right when we get there, I drop my first bait down. Good luck, buddy. It starts to get tight and it's like, it feels like a snapper. I think I've broken his will. Oh man, I knew it got too easy all of a sudden. I was like, it's coming in easy. I've broken him. I've broken this fish. I broke his will. That was sad. I've never caught a red snapper. To be put on a spot where you get a bite on every drop is the best. I mean, as a fisherman, that's all you can dream about and hope for. Man, I'll tell you what, this bite's red hot. Fishing aboard the Relentless over in Destin, Florida. It was just remarkable how many fish were down there. Coming through hot. I got a cobe.
Nice coat.
There's a cobe. Well, folks, that's a first on Bass to Billfish, a cobia. Oh, look at that. Look at that, just spit out some squid. Look at that octopus. That almost looks fresh. Look at that. ABC squid, it's already been chewed. Like when you were a kid, it was like, you want some ABC gum? You're like, yeah, what is it? Already been chewed. Oh, there we go. I got color. Oh, there's my red snapper I've always wanted. How many pounds is that?
He's at least 7. Put him on ice.
Yeah, let's put him on ice because Madison and I haven't eaten in 2 days.
Peter, you know what I call that?
What do you call that?
I call that dinner.
Good golly, the bite's on. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Give him hell, Madison, give him hell.
Yes, this is another fish. It's not the same fish over and over again, I swear.
Looks like a little grouper.
There was just non-stop action.
Oh! I'm not gonna say I'm getting tired, but there's a possibility that it's coming soon. Well, folks, the fish are biting. There's no oil here. It's unbelievable. We kept what we wanted for dinner. We're going to be feeding about 10 or 12 people. So we kept a few snapper and a cobia. Take a look. On the way in, seeing all the excitement and the people coming in on boats and the party cruises and the people at the sandbars and the fishermen coming in, all I could think of was how cool it would be to have my wife and kids come up and just let them experience this, because it really is a great time and I love it up here. Here, look at Corey. Look at this guy. How could you not love this guy? Put us on the fish, the captain put us on the fish. It's been a phenomenal day. I know I've said it a few times already, but this is one of my favorite fishing experiences of all time. So we got back to the dock and now it was time to cook red snapper. So we called the Emerald Grand and they set up this grill for us with all the seasoning and the olive oil and, you know, jerk sauce, everything you could want for a cookout. Here, Madison, you're gonna do the rub, I'll do the sprinkle? Sure. We had the crew, myself and Madison and Sid and a bunch of other people that joined in, about 10 or 12 people. Here he comes, Tarzan. Tarzan, king of the jungle.
He's a local.
And Madison and I cooked up a feast.
There's really nothing better than cooking fresh fish like this.
Oh man, I've never eaten red snapper, so this is a first for me.
Good.
You know, my producer couldn't get over the fact that I'd never eaten red snapper before. Yeah.
Really, truly never eaten red snapper?
I've never eaten red snapper. You know, and he asked me why, and I said, well, you know, honestly, I've never fished up in the Panhandle, and I've always heard about the red snapper, never had a chance to eat it. Flip it! I've been missing out because it was just delicious. I'm not sure if it was the piece Madison cooked or the piece I cooked. Either way, man, it was good. It was really, really good.
This time was really nice to be able to get out there and go fish with Peter. You know, he and I are friends, and usually I'm helping behind the scenes, but this time it was just great to be able to get out there and actually go fishing with him.
I'm glad I got up here and got a chance to see this fishery because it's one of the finest fisheries on planet Earth, and I really enjoyed myself. And just seeing Madison in that shirt just made it all worthwhile because he's the epitome of sartorial elegance, really.
Go to basstobillfish.com and find out how you can audition to be the next guest on Bass to Billfish.